What's up, you fools? Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, and right now it is Armenia's turn to be judged. Yes, this is the ESC United. We call it lightly the expert panel, which couldn't be further from the truth, but it makes us way more important than we actually are. So we're going to talk about the song of the Eurovision Song Contest 2019 that Armenia is sending. We talk about it, our thoughts, and at the very end we share our scores and then the overall team score. How does that sound? I think we'll just dive right into it. And those who follow the Eurovision season know that Srbuk, I think that's how you pronounce her name, was selected internally by the Armenian broadcaster to represent Armenia. Interestingly enough, she was one of the first acts to be actually announced, yet one of the last songs to be revealed. So that was this huge gap, which I thought was really funny. I think it was November, October when she was announced as the act, and then on March 10th, the song was finally released, and the name is Walking Out. Walking out, ooh, whatever I'm with, I'm gonna burn down. So, in case you don't know, Armenia will perform in the second semifinal, which has at least a lot of people are saying this is a tough one this year. Last year it was the first one. People saying the second one is the tougher one. We'll talk about that as well, but we'll go from there. We're here to discuss the songs. Let's go for the one by one. I'll let you go first, Roy. What are your thoughts about Armenia's Walking Out?
Well, this is just quality. I think the production of this song is really well done. And Srbuk's voice sounds incredible throughout the entire track. And I think if you perform this song live, it'll be even better. I think this really has a big potential to be even more amazing live. I will say that this is not entirely my cup of tea, but I can definitely admire the work and the craftsmanship that this song has. Yeah, I just really think it's a good effort from them. Better than last year, at least.
All right, so I guess that is enough of a praise, I guess. How about you, Robert?
So I'm actually a really big fan of this song as well. It takes a little while to build up, I think. It's almost the first minute is sort of like coming from a different song for me. I wish it was a bit shorter. I wish we kind of got into the action a little bit more quickly, because I find the start a little bit jarring, and it's just, I'm waiting for it to get exciting. When I hear it after not hearing it for a few days, I almost think, oh no, not this song. I don't really like this. And then suddenly we get the chorus. And bang, I am back on board with this song. The final minute is just incredible. The key change that we have in there and the build up through the song really brings it out to shine. I do wish it got there a bit more quickly, but I think that the overall song flows very well, and some of the elements that I don't like in the first minute, they really come into their own in the last. So I think this is a really strong entry from Armenia, and I'm really feeling it this year.
All right. Good praises from Robert. How about you, Connor?
What I will say is that I was extremely excited when we got the artist announcement because I was listening like right after we got the news. Half a Goddess was like on my repeat, continuously cycling through. So I was really excited about what we were going to get. I think that kind of what we mentioned of the fact that she was the first one to be announced, but the last to be revealed. I'm not necessarily certain if Walking Out led up to that expectation that we kind of placed on it. Because I feel like it has kind of like a quality of Goodbye from Serbia 2016 of like kind of leaving a dodgy situation, kind of like an emotion, but it feels like kind of it takes 2 minutes to kind of push into that framework and that understanding. So kind of what Robert said, I wish that in that first 2 minutes, like it kind of just like slowly and steadily built into that. And then all of a sudden in the last few minutes, it just like let loose and flew. I am being a little nitpicky because I do really like this song. And I just think that there's a way that it could have been pushed a little bit further. And I'm sure that maybe in the live performance in Tel Aviv, maybe we're going to see glimmers and glimpses of that. I just think that overall I don't know if the studio version is the best representation of what this song could be and what this song will be. But overall, her voice is amazing. The bridge kills me, and it'll kill me time and time again. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, interesting, because I think you all just got it right, like hit the nail on its head. I don't know what else to add. I like the song as well. I like it. And I think my biggest, I'm not sure if I should use the word issue, but is I liked it. And then the next time, I don't really remember everything about the song. I kind of forgot about it. Well, let me listen to it again. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I like it. It's really good. And the next day, I forgot about it again. I do remember I enjoyed it, but it doesn't want to stick in my head as much as it should, or I wanted it to. So that's always, of course, a concern, right? But it's a good song. I usually remember like the small part of the chorus, like walking out. That's good. That's the part I always remember, but that's it. The hook, I guess, that memorable, catchy moment is slightly lacking here, besides the one I just mentioned. But it's good, and the song, I think you as Connor said, this has a lot of staging potential. Like, we watched the music video now that she has all these guys walking around her, like, kind of running into her, slightly pushing her. It has a certain, like, aggressive, angry vibe to it, the song, that can be very powerful on stage if done right. That's how I feel about it. So, I just have to wait and see. I'm a little worried about its, the strength in the melody, because as you said, it takes a little while to get to where it needs to be. But the last minute is fantastic. It's so good. And if they can capture that whole thing visually on stage and does it right, then I think they can go far. But I have to wait and see. This really comes down to make or break in Tel Aviv. That's what I'm saying. But let's compare our notes and see how that translates into our scores. So, Roy, what's your score?
Well, I still think this song is amazing. It's not the most amazing from the entire bunch, but I still think it's really good, really quality song. So I gave it a 7.5.
7.5, that's good.
Yes.
Robert?
So I'm in a similar ballpark there to Roy. I think that it just has to... I can't give it an exceptionally high mark just because it does take the time to build. And I have to agree with what you say, Matt. It is a song that you almost forget about it after a day or two. I wonder how that'll play for it or against it come the actual semi-final, as to whether people will just forget, oh, I liked Armenia, but it's just sort of slipped out their minds. So because of that, it gets 8 out of 10 from me, because it is an epic song by the end.
It's still good, though. 8 out of 10?
No.
You don't have to justify that. I think they'll take it and run with it. How about you, Connor?
So for me, I like we said, I think it's a great song, but I don't think it's that song. I don't think it's the one song that I'm going to be like the banner man for when we get to May. I have a feeling that it's going to grow on me. As I mentioned, I think that once I see it live and I see what potential it has, it's going to either move and shift, much like Fuego did for a lot of folks last year. So for me, just because I think that it's a safe song, it's going to get a safe ranking, and it's going to be a 7 from me.
Well, if 7 is safe, that is still good to go. So I love how we all have to explain that. It's not a 10, but it's still a great result. And the thing that sucks is going last in this on this one, because you guys said everything that needs to be said about this one, and I could not agree more with you. I also gave it, like, in between what you had, a 7.5. So all of our ranges between 7 to 8 between the four of us, which is very interesting, which is good, which is really good. It's not an easy thing to get accomplished, so I don't want Armenian fans to think this is bad. This is actually really good. The question is, over 20 people on the ESC United team have voted, and now we combined the results and we have a final score. And I'm going to share that with you right now. It is, the final score for Srbuk's Walking Out is 7.26. So kind of that where we all were in there. I don't think any surprises here.
No, I'm pleased that the rest of the reviewers are agreeing with us. It's nice to know that we're a representative sample tonight.
Yes, we are a very representative sample, actually. And I will link all the results of all the jurors in the description box. There will be a link for everyone. But I'm looking at them right now here, and no one, I think, gave it less than... Oh, no, there's one low score. But other than that, no one gave it less than 5, except for one person. I think that's very telling that most people do not think that this is a bad song. It's a good song. Just the question is it the song, right? In that sense, like, that will wow the masses. That remains to be seen. So these are our thoughts. 7.26 for Armenia. Now it's up to you, my friends, watching this video. You can vote as well. In the link, in the description box, there is a link to the poll where you can vote for Armenia, provide your score, and then we'll compare yours to ours and see who has better taste. No, that's not how it works. But you know what I mean. So anyway, thank you for watching and hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, I will be offended. Have a good day. On to the next video.